Just weeks before Daniel S. Loeb, an outspoken charter school proponent and one of the biggest donors in New York politics, unfavorably compared a top African American state senator to the Ku Klux Klan. He exchanged a separate series of caustic and racially charged emails with a top official in the de Blasio administration. There is right and wrong, and you put your bureaucracy, the union puppets you serve, over the interest of little vulnerable black children and their families, Mr. Loeb wrote in June 2017 to Richard Bury, the deputy mayor for Strategic Policy Initiatives, in emails obtained by the New York Times under the state's Freedom of Information Act. Mr. Bury, who is African American and is credited by the de Blasio administration as the architect of its Universal Pre-Kindergarten Initiative, wrote in the same email chain, "Do you really not see the hubris of your lecturing me about the plight of black children and what they need?" The Times requested records of Mr. Loeb's interactions with the mayor's office after reporting about a Facebook post that Mr. Loeb wrote in August accusing Andrea Stewart Cousins, the African American leader of the New York Senate Democrats, of having done more damage to people of color than anyone who has ever donned a hood. Mr. Loeb later apologized and deleted that posting. Mayor Bill de Blasio and his wife, Chirlane McCray, were among those who called on Mr. Loeb to resign as chairman of Success Academy. Others called for Democrats to return his campaign contributions. Mr. Loeb has been among the most generous donors to Gov. Andrew M. Cuomo, with Mr. Loeb and his wife giving the governor a combined $170,000. Mr. Cuomo declined to return to the money. The email exchanges between Mr. Loeb and Mr. Bury, who has spent his career in public service, began in early 2014 and continued through the summer of 2017. They often start with Mr. Loeb sending Mr. Bury positive news clippings about Success Academy, the charter school network he supports and serves as chairman, then by pointed and personal attacks. In August 2016, Mr. Loeb sent Mr. Bury a poll on the mayor's popularity and added, maybe he should have trusted a proven educator to run pre-K instead of trying to score political points with the unions and hurting dozens of mostly black families in the process. Mr. Bury replied, "I hope you take this in the spirit of fellowship I intend. I cringe when you say we're hurting dozens of black families in the process." Later, in the same email chain, Mr. Loeb wrote, "There is an astonishing lack of curiosity or support from anyone in the administration about the success of charter schools." He also wrote, "I'm with my family in Aspen enjoying a summer holiday, but the injustices I see and the bureaucracy, sometimes well-intentioned, that perpetuates this never leaves me, which is why I won't give up and won't forget." Mr. Bury responded, "Having spent my entire life and career working for black and brown kids, literally every job I've ever had since I was 16, I can assure you that I understand the stakes." Mr.